Good afternoon, Junior MPBL fans, and welcome to Amoranto Sports Arena here in Quezon City. This is the Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Playoffs, powered by TMT Play. This is the 16 under division, and it's the quarterfinals game 1 between the Pampanga Giant Lanterns and the Antipolo JY Titans. And now it's time to meet the starters. First from your Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Starting at guard, number 71, Kenji Moral. Shooting guard, number 5, El Guevara. Small forward, number 30, Gil Guevara. Power forward, number 3, Benz Abenojar. And at center, number 21, Tristan Dizon. Head coach for the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, 16 under, Mr. George Spaulding. Assisted by Mar Henson. And now here are the starters from your Antipolo JY Titans. Starting at point guard, number 2, Rich San Pascual. Shooting guard, number 24, Christian Del Rosario. Small forward, number 12, Adrian Bailon. Power forward, number 23, Patrick Tres Valles. Center, number 25, Mark Anthony Quintero. Head coach for the Antipolo JY Titans, Mr. Sheen Arce. Referees for this ball game, Richard Borbe, Ronaldo Badango, and your crew chief, John Mahinay. This is Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Playoffs, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
A pleasant afternoon to everyone. This is a 16 under North Division quarterfinals game 1 between the Pampanga Junior Giant Lanterns and the Antipolo JY Titans as they quickly register a first bucket right here. Coach, I'm with Coach Noy Africa, being part of him for the first time. Of course, our courtside reporter, Miss Andrea Veloso. Coach, I'd like to open up this matchup with one quick question. What do you expect in the first round matchup, 8th seed versus 1st seed?
Of course, if you look at the standings, it's the Pampanga Junior Giant Lanterns currently at number 1 with a 10-0 win-loss late during the eliminations, and they're going up against the 3-7 number 8 Antipolo JY Titans, who had to go through the play-in, lost to Manila in the first play-in between the number 7 number 8, and had to win over Malabon to finally get a ticket to the quarterfinals. And their prize, of course, they will have to go up against the undefeated Pampanga Junior Giant Lanterns. For Pampanga, of course, this in theory should be an easy series for them. But then again, they've already painted a big target on their backs with that 10-0 slate. And they're due maybe for a loss sooner or later. It's really up for Antipolo to bring their A game to try and pull off an upset.
And we'll certainly talk about that more after this timeout. 6-2 in favor of Antipolo.
Antipolo Titans will surely bring the physicality this game against Pampanga. As per Coach Sendre, kung may tatalo man dito sa undefeated team na ito, bakit hindi pa nila gawin ngayong araw para naman sa koponan ng Pampanga? They are expecting the same result this playoffs na nakuha nila noong elimination round, and that is to go home with a win. Nagkaroon din ng konting adjustments sa koponan na ito dahil out of the country ang kanilang key player na si Michael Gonzalez. Pero bago muna yung mga kaliga, pasalamat muna tayo sa TMT Play for being this year fun here in the Junior MPBL. Pwede ka na nga maglaro at manalo gamit lang ang inyong phone anytime, anywhere. But gaming is for 21 years old and above only, so keep it fun mga kaliga, game responsibly. Join Coach Noy.
Thank you very much, Andrea, for that report. Again, we are back, 6-2 in favor of Antipolo. Michael Gonzalez is not in the game. And if you're Antipolo, again, Michael Gonzalez is one of their big men. First in the points in the paint itong Pampanga. Antipolo, you will have to utilize that advantage to your hands.
Well, for Pampanga, they still have a lot of weapons in their arsenal. They still have Kenji Moral, who was averaging 14 points per game. You have Abenohar with 11, and you have Ayel Guevara averaging 10 points. So the firepower can, compensate for the absence of Gonzalez. And for Antipolo, this is actually a prime opportunity for them to try and pull off an upset. And they will definitely rely heavily on Patrick Tres Valles and Mark Anthony Quintero. Tres Valles averaging 17 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals per game, while Quintero averages a double-double with 16 and 10.
Kenji Moral, again, as you mentioned, Coach, one of the guys to expect to make some noise in this game. He is actually first in the 4 out of 5 main statistical categories for his team. So that is a huge feat, and I think kahit pa paano masasaktan sila na wala si Gonzalez, but again, sabi mo nga, those kinds of players, again, their top 3 scorers played all 10 games. That will compensate for all or the holes na may iwan ni Gonzalez on both offense and defense. But I think there's a stoppage in this ball game.
I think they're just trying to mop up some wet areas here and there. Going back to your point about Kenji Moral, really filling up the stat sheet. 14 points per game, 6 rebounds, 8.5 assists per game, and 4.5 steals per game.
And first in minutes played also for his team. So you see the trust that his coach gives him. Meanwhile, on the other side, it's a rejection on the side of Antipolo, courtesy of no other than the main man himself, Patrick Tres Valles.
That's right. Also, when you're talking about Pampanga, of course, this is a basketball hotbed in the Philippines. And it's no surprise that even here in the youth age group divisions, they're really fielding very competitive teams.
And that time, it's from Guevara as they got a pickpocket. They're first in steals, actually, in the 1600 division. Meanwhile, on the other side, it's Antipolo once again. Tough bucket right there with the same man, Patrick Tres Valles.
Tres Valles really loves going into the paint and banging with the big boys. Can finish even through contact.
And speaking of finishing through contact, that is a basket or a foul, courtesy of Kenji Moral, and this is a power move brought to us by Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness partner of our junior MPBL.
There's going to be an exciting matchup between Moral and Tres Valles. To see Moral a little taller than Tres Valles, but bulk-wise, I'd give that to Tres Valles.
And now it's in the hands of the junior Giant Lanterns. Guevara gives it in the middle, and Abenohar will score on that 15-footer.
That's 4 points now for Abenohar. Obviously not lacking in offensive firepower, this Pampanga Junior Giant Lantern squad.
Guevara has it. Gives it to his brother. And now Al Guevara has it. Gael gives it inside. Abenohar gets rejected. And a jump ball will be called right here. Possession will... We shall see who will it go to. Meanwhile, we have a deadlock right here, just under 7 minutes remaining. One foul in the hands of Antipolo. It's actually a traveling violation clarified by our officials.
And going back to their elimination round matchup, Pampanga Junior Lanterns won by 26 points. And if you're Antipolo, you cannot allow Pampanga to score 92 points and only score 66. So the low scoring type of ball game will definitely favor the Antipolo JY Titans.
That is indeed true, considering Pampanga is second in the league in scoring with 85.5. And it seems like another timeout will be called right here by Coach Spalding. We have a deadlock, 8-8, just 16 minutes, 17 seconds remaining. minutes, 13 seconds remaining. We have a deadlocker right here. 2 fouls on the sides of Antipolo as Pampanga has the ball. A steal here by Del Rosario, guarded by Moral, but Del Rosario will not escape for two. Tres Valles will recover. Tres Valles, tough shot, gets fouled. Will actually be called for an offensive foul.
Yeah, got called for warding off. You can actually use your off arm to protect the ball, but he extended it way too much.
Pampanga has the possession once more. Moral bringing it down. Looks like he will hurry and he will score for two.
Sure, Antipolo cannot afford to not stop the basketball and allow a guy like Moral access to that lane.
Speaking of that guy, he will register 2 points once more.
That's already 6 points now for Moral in the first quarter.
And now here comes Antipolo, looking to break that run as Tres Valles in traffic against Abenohar. And now, on the other side, Pampanga scores and answers back with a two.
Few sequences wherein both teams not even needing the shot clock.
And just an exchange of baskets right here. This time that was courtesy of Bailon. Moral has it. They are leading by two. Inside pass, Abenohar gets fouled but will not be able to make it. 2 free throws for him.
So right now, both teams trying to push the pace, and I'm not sure that's really the kind of pace Antipolo wants to engage Pampanga in. But so far, they're keeping in step. But I'm not so sure if they'll be able to keep this up for the full 40 minutes.
And that will certainly be a challenge, coach, because Pampanga is third in fast break points. So you can, I think you can conclude that if they want to make the tempo faster, they can really do that in just an instant.
It's like just flipping a switch for a team like Pampanga. I mean, Antipolo does have the tools to run. You have guys like Tres Valles, Bailon can also run. Even their big Quintero has the ability to get out in the break. But I feel like there's just too many weapons here for Pampanga, and they might just lose gas if they try to play the pace of Pampanga.
Now here comes Antipolo. Pampanga with that full court press. Del Rosario miscommunicated that time. Now here comes Pampanga. Mercado has it. Gives it to Kenji. Moral has the ball. Moral will get fouled once more.
What they call the foul on the floor. But you can see there Moral even able to convert on that shot. Luckily for Antipolo, the shot does not count.
It's not looking good as on their side because they have reached the foul limit. So they will be giving away 2 free throws right here. As Kenji Moral is on the line, scored 16 points on their last regular season matchup. Moral will not make the second one. However, Pampanga almost gets it back, or will get it back after a foul from Antipolo.
That foul will go on Bailon and will send Tulabot to the free throw line.
And again, it's not looking good for Antipolo. You're gonna give away 3 points. And not to mention, you're the one trailing.
And this is not exactly a team that finds it hard to put points on the board, and yet you're helping them out by giving them these free opportunities. However, 2 misses for Tulabot.
And they are indeed lucky that Tulabot missed those 2. But in their last matchup, Pampanga shot 56% from the charity stripe, so you don't want to give them chances. Pampanga has it. They will attack. They will kick it out inside once more. Nothing you could do with that kind of a big player coming at you.
At that time, being able to take advantage of the height disparity is Pampanga setting up season. And there's nothing Quintero could do underneath.
And Pampanga, just the visually much bigger player, has a steal once more. Galang has it, loses it. Antipolo will recover the possession, as it'll be Galang who gets called for a foul.
And when you say taller, we're talking 1 through 5. You can see the height advantage. I feel like even the 5 guy for Antipolo is just as tall as the 3 for Pampanga.
And Antipolo will get rattled as they will get a turnover once more. That is their 8th turnover in this ball game.
You know, most of the teams in the junior MPBL employ that full court pressure defense, but some teams are at an elite level, and right now Pampanga is showing that they're at that elite level.
And Pampanga will go to the line once again. And the relatively slow momentum for both teams in our first period.
So once again, they call the foul on the floor, so that shot for Galang does not count, but will get a trip to the free throw line for 2.
And Galang averaging 5-3 and in 11 minutes. Providing that inside presence for his squad, makes that free throw. 9-point game. Napa has the ball, nowhere to go. Antipolo will lose it once more, but will retain possession.
They still have 3 seconds to cross the half-court line.
And they're able to cross it. Tresvalles almost lost it. However, will get called for the traveling violation.
This Pampanga full court pressure defense just unrelenting, forcing a 10th turnover on Antipolo.
However, Kenji Moral will get another turnover on their hands, as again this game has been in a really, or has a slow start to it. Antipolo has the ball. Another stoppage, but they will retain possession. As on the inbound, it'll be Cruz. Sideline inbound. San Pascual to Napa. Napa trying to fight his teammates, gives it to San Pascual. Back to Napa, mid-range jumper. That is short for Napa. Now here comes to Labut. Moral fadeaway, that won't go to Labut once more. And they are just, again, the much bigger team as they get that second chance point.
They're taking advantage of that height, attacking the offensive boards aggressively.
However, Patrick Tresvalles will say otherwise. Kenji Moral on the other side answers with 2 points of his own.
It's too easy for Kenji Moral waltzing inside for that easy basket.
Just 13 seconds remaining in our first period. So far, it's an 11-point lead for Pampanga. Not looking good for Antipolo.
Despite the high intensity and defense, you're amazed with Pampanga only committing 2 team fouls so far.
8 seconds. They have it. Cruz will get fouled, as it'll be only the 3rd foul of Pampanga. So that is actually, I think, a smart foul to stop the sequence.
They actually still have another foul that they can give.
Tresvalles almost lost it to the corner. Cruz will fire and will not knock that one down as our buzzer sounds. That'll be the end of our first frame. 25-14, a 11-point lead for Pampanga. But let's take a quick look on our TMT play move of the game, as it's in the hands of Antipolo. Patrick Tresvalles powering inside again. Not the much, or the smaller player in that matchup, but the much stronger one as well, as he powers his way through for 2 points. Again, 25-14, 11-point lead for Pampanga. We will return for the second quarter. Twenty-five 14, 11-point lead for Pampanga as we head into our second quarter. Coach, your thoughts on that very slow first quarter?
Well, actually, if you're Antipolo, you want a slow-paced game. But unfortunately, the scoring of Pampanga still at a very high level, finishing with 25. And that's way too much. At the very least, you try to limit your opponent to just maybe 15 points per quarter as a target, and hope that you can stay close and try to pull off a win in the end. But of course, going up against Pampanga, you really have to take care of the basketball. You have to be able to beat that full court pressure defense and not allow Pampanga to have easy baskets. But because in the first quarter, itong Pampanga already with 6 fast break points against nothing for Antipolo.
And they are, in fact, third in fast break points in the 1600 division. So again, that is one of their weapons that they can use against this Antipolo squad. As a call will be on the side of Antipolo, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it was just a warning.
Now Bailon attacking, gives it inside, and they will complete that inside passing play courtesy of Quintero.
Quintero will really need to make an impact in the first quarter. Did not score and did not even have a single rebound. And this is the guy averaging a double-double for Antipolo.
And a great steal right there from Del Rosario, but Tulabot will get called for that foul. 2 early fouls for Pampanga.
This is a reverse situation because Antipolo in the first quarter got into the penalty with like 4 minutes, I think, 4 minutes remaining. And Pampanga was able to pounce on that in the first quarter, had 9 free throw attempts and converted 5 of them.
Bailon thought about that 3, will take it, and will make that one.
Actually, to see Adrian Bailon only averages 6 points per game, but I feel like he has the tools to become a good player for Coach Shin Arce.
And a basket and a foul. That time for Galang. That is a power move brought to us by Pound for Pound Fitness, the one and only official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL.
And you like how easy most of the baskets have been for the Pampanga Junior Giant Lanterns. That time being able to find Galang underneath, and finally an opportunity to complete, does not complete, a 3-point opportunity.
However, we're back to a 10-point lead for Pampanga's Bailon misfires. Another foul called on Antipolo. That'll be their first.
It's going to be a push on Del Rosario. Did not have the rebounding position. Was caught pushing.
Pampanga. That was a baseline inbound. They will cross the ball. Both teams are wrestling for it. Antipolo completes the steal. They are attacking. They will take it outside. Bailon gives it in the middle. Great ball movement. San Roque, or San Pascual rather, will give it to the right corner. That is short for 3. And another call. Again, a relatively slow second quarter also. Baseline inbound by Bailon right here. Del Rosario looking to get free. Del Rosario has it. Being guarded by Santa Maria. San Pascual. Now back to Bailon, right? Wing three, that won't go. They will recover. No good on that fadeaway. Pampanga will now have the ball.
So even if Antipolo getting some multiple shots at the basket, really just bothered by the height.
And Santa Maria will cash that one in that mid-range. Make that a 12-point lead for them. Bailon being smothered, but a foul will be called on Jackson.
That's 4 team fouls now on Pampanga. Foul actually went on Santa Maria.
San Pascual gives it to Bailon. Back and forth in the middle. To the right corner. They like that spot, but won't make it. Another foul. Again on the side of Pampanga. That means free throws for Antipolo.
So this could be something that might just help the Antipolo offense. They can get to the free throw line. So far, this is only attempts 1 and 2 for them.
In their last outing, they shot 35% against the same squad they are facing right now. So that is way off. However, he has another chance. And it's still early, just the second quarter. I'm sure they will get more chances on the line. Or maybe they won't.
Well, especially, you know, with the aggressive defense being played by Pampanga, it's really a matter of being able to turn that aggressiveness of Pampanga against them.
San Pascual has it. He attacks. Drop pass. That is smothered. However, they will recover. De Rosario to Bailon. Bailon has the ball. He attacks. Tough pass. Kicks it out. San Pascual. Left wing three. That is short. Tres Valles recovers. Another possession for Antipolo, but Pampanga greatly defends that one.
Right now, it seems like Antipolo is going to need to hit those long balls to try and loosen up that Pampanga defense.
Meanwhile, let's turn it over to Andrea Veloso for a report.
All teams are hungry for a win, kaya kahit undefeated sila noong elimination round, as per Coach George of Pampanga, back to zero na ngayong playoffs, kaya hindi sila pwedeng magpakampante dahil namulat na rin sa iba't ibang experience at laro ang ibang mga koponan dito sa Junior MPBL. Para naman kay El Guevara ng Pampanga, wala siyang ibang lucky charm kundi ang kanyang lolo o Tata Feliciano na parating nanonood at nakasuporta sa kanya sa venue. Unfortunately, Tata Feliciano is undergoing chemotherapy, kaya naman first time itong mawala sa venue ngayon. Pero para kay El, gagawin na lamang motivasyon para mas manalo ngayong araw. Balik sa inyo, Cho and Coach Noy.
Thank you very much, Andrea, for that report. And that is indeed right. Again, in the first rounds, it's really open to upsets. Noong 2000 sa NBA, we had the Mavericks versus the Warriors. That was an upset. And I'm sure that's a common theme, not only in the NBA, but in basketball. As Pampanga has
I think it was just last year when Miami had to go through the play-in and made the finals. Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't really, I'm not really confident with my memory nowadays. But also for itong si Aiel Guevara, you know, having someone in your heart to inspire you and having your lolo as your hero. And we're hoping that Lolo Feliciano gets well very soon and be able to watch his games soon enough.
Of course. And that is the luxury of having, of course, the MPTV. So even though he's not on the venue, we can check it out. Our FB live stream. And of course, it's unlimited access to the Junior MPBL, as Pampanga has the leather.
And it's pretty much video on demand. Diba? You don't have to watch it live, and you can even watch it 10 times if you like.
Antipolo has it. Del Rosario to Tres Valles. That was a crazy sequence, but it ends up with 2 free throws for Patrick.
Well, the hard part here for Tres Valles, he is really more of a slasher, likes to finish through contact, but the problem here is really that height advantage that Pampanga has, and they're even utilizing a zone defense, which is primarily to protect the interior. So for a slasher like Tres Valles, really playing into the strengths of the Pampanga defense, and will need to make some shots outside to try and open up those driving lanes.
Tres Valles leads his team in scoring, second in rebounds, first in assists, and first in steals. So, stretch 5, no? I think
yeah.
yung tamang classification. As Pampanga has the ball, Santa Maria, 2-on-2 situation, crazy shot, that won't go. Del Rosario has the leather. Antipolo, they are down by only 8 points. As Del Rosario will take his time, gives it to San Pascual. Bailon has it. Pampanga, great defense, however, Santa Maria gets called for a foul. Again, just an 8-point lead for Pampanga. However, Pampanga has reached that foul limit. Antipolo has one more foul to give. And Bailon is now on the line. Again, Bailon, not the most or not the noisiest name in the regular season, but has been making some noise this ball game.
Yeah, that's right. Itong si Bailon actually, as I said earlier, has the tools to become a very good basketball player, has the height, plays the guard position, has the speed, has the athleticism, but really just a matter of putting everything together.
That is such a good sequence from Pampanga. As that's another 2 points for them, make that a 9-point lead. Tres Valles attacking. Tres Valles soars high for 2.
So right now they're getting some space to run here for Patrick Tres Valles, and if you're Pampanga, that's the last thing that you want, because one-on-one in transition, it's going to be an advantage for a finisher as efficient as Patrick Tres Valles.
Just under 2 minutes remaining in our first half. It's now a 13-point lead after that bucket. Moral, spin move, escapes the defender. Moral is attacking. Moral soaring high but won't score 2. Will recover Guevara. And that is an assist coming from Moral. Guevara scores 2 points.
That is Gail Guevara. Of course, we have 2 Guevara brothers on the Pampanga squad.
Inside, another great, could have been a great sequence for Antipolo, but they will shoot 2 free throws nonetheless.
So far, Antipolo has been able to get to the free throw line a lot here in the second quarter, and that's why they've managed to still be within striking distance against Pampanga. It felt like in the first quarter, Pampanga was just ready to already pull away. But right now, getting attempts number 9 and 10, they did not have any attempts in the first quarter from the free throw line.
Reyes on the line. They are just trailing by 8, a chance to make it just 7. And they will indeed make it 7. Just 1 minute or over a minute remaining in our first half. Moral has it. Gives it to Guevara. Almost lost it. Guevara has the leather. Almost lost it as well. Inside. No good for Pampanga. Benohar will get that second chance point.
For Antipolo, they really need to get these big men from Pampanga from grabbing those offensive boards. They want to give them multiple possessions.
Patrick Tres Valles will score in traffic once more. But Moral and the Pampanga players are all alone on the other side, as Guevara will answer back with his own 2.
Like how Pampanga is attacking off made baskets. Antipolo trying the same thing.
A rejection that time, as Moral is all alone, will soar high for that rim grazer.
Back in the day, we called that the top ring. But I like how the term that you use, that sounds way better.
More modernized.
Oh, yeah.
Antipolo has it. Another chance for Kenji Moral, but will not do that as time was running out for him. Buzzer sound, that'll be the end of our second half. 41-30, 11-point lead for Pampanga. But of course, before we end this, let us see once more our TMT play of the game. That is courtesy of the Pampanga Junior Giant Lanterns. Galang with that patience, footwork, spin move, that pivot, scoring 2 and 1 for his team in that sequence. Again, 41-30, 11-point lead for Pampanga as we shall head to our third quarter in a bit.
Mga kaliga, I have here the assistant coach Mar Henson of Pampanga Giant Lanterns. So coach, that was a very successful elimination round for your team. Ano ba yung pinaka natutunan ng koponan nyo doon na i-apply nyo ngayong playoffs?
Dinagdagan namin yung depensa namin. Yun lang, depensa, tsaka mga play namin, binago namin. Tsaka nagdano ko rin kami, nag-apply kami rin ng para sa offense.
Thank you so much, coach. Meron ka bang gustong pasalamatan na ba diyan?
Oo, pero siyempre, yung tumutulong sa amin si Delta Pineda, gobernador namin, Congressman Dong Gonzales, mga congressman namin doon sa Pampanga, tsaka yung mga Kapampangan, tsaka yung mga coaches na kasama namin ngayon, tsaka yung nanonood ng Kapampangan. Salamat.
Thank you, Coach Mar, and good luck po sa mga susunod na quarters. Pero bago mo na yan, mga kaliga, pasalamat muna tayo sa TMT Play for bringing the sheer fun here in the Junior MPBL. Pwede ka na nga maglaro at manalo gamit lang yung phone anytime, anywhere. But gaming is for 21 years old and above only. So keep it fun, mga kaliga. Game responsibly. At magbabalik po ang Junior MPBL for more ball game updates.
take a quick look of what transpired during the first half. Of course, Patrick Tres Valles scoring 18 points in that first half. Junior Giant Lanterns outscoring their opponent in that first quarter as well. Of course, Guevara and the rest of his squad. Moral has 11, Benohar with 10. Guevara, Gael with 6. But of course, let's talk about that first half. Coach, what do you think? Or give me your thoughts.
Yeah, in that first half, if you look at the numbers, Pampanga really shooting well from the field, which is actually a result of good shot selection, scoring 62% of their shots. Antipolo only 36%. Antipolo actually made some headway when they got Pampanga to the penalty in the second quarter. They converted 7 out of 10 from the free throw line, 5 out of 10 for Pampanga. Points in the paint, definitely the area of strength for Pampanga. So far, 34 to 20 on that end and 8 to 4 in second chance points. Antipolo will definitely need to keep the big men of Pampanga off the boards. And the fast break points, 12 to nothing. And for Pampanga and Antipolo cannot allow these easy shots for Pampanga.
And those are indeed the things that Antipolo will need to do, considering Pampanga is again third in fast break points in the league, and fourth in rebounding as well. Actually, they're almost in the top 10 of every statistical category. So expect me to keep dropping those details once in a while.
Well, so far the most telling stat is they're number 1 in the tournament, yet to be defeated. And with the way they are playing right now, it's going to be hard for Antipolo to pull off an upset, but Tres Valles is definitely making that effort.
And that power move is brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, the official and only fitness partner of our junior MPBL. Make that 20 points a chance to make it 21 for Patrick.
But even if I've been saying that it's really a hard job for Tres Valles, he is up to the task already with 20. But the problem is who will help him out? The second leading scorer, Bailon, only with 5.
Here comes Pampanga once more. Great defense in that sequence from Antipolo. Not to mention they will also get the possession.
And on the side of Pampanga, you already have 2 players in double digits with Moral and Benohar. So, you know, that's not really a cause for concern for Pampanga finding second, third, or even the fourth scorers for them.
Under 8 minutes remaining in this third frame. Just a single-digit lead for Pampanga. Antipolo is still alive in this one. Del Rosario, right wing. Finding his teammates, gives it to the middle. San Pascual, back to Del Rosario. He attacks but will get called for a travel.
Seems to have gotten hit.
That is, again, Del Rosario, who attacked after that whistle. Another look on that one, as he merged with D-Zone right there. The very towering D-Zone, by the way. And of course, the mismatch was there, the height, the strength. But I think he is okay.
Just incidental contact there.
And a technical foul on Del Rosario.
They're calling a technical for faking a foul.
That actually backfired for him, as Vergara will be the one to hit those free throws. And this Pampanga team again has the upper hand right here. However, they have 2 fouls in their hands, just 2 more fouls to to give. Vergara off the mark with that first one. And of course, a technical foul was called, so a possession will be given to them. It's not looking good for Antipolo. Guevara. Great ball movement by Pampanga right here, but spoke too soon as a turnover will be committed by Tulabut.
Well, Antipolo that time able to successfully put on pressure on Pampanga.
Antipolo has the possession. Mid-range jumper. That is short. Dizon gains or secures the rebound.
Mark Anthony Quintero continuing to struggle, only as 2 points.
And Dizon gets the rebound and gets the 2 points on the other side as well. Make that 11 or an 11-point deficit to be faced by Antipolo. Bailon has the ball, uses that screen from Quintero. Tres Valles in traffic once more. That won't go. Quintero, and finally gets it to go. That may be the momentum that he needs.
And they're gonna need a lot from him because his partner Tres Valles has been doing a yeoman's job keeping them in the game.
Dizon will get called for a traveling violation. That is their 13th turnover of this ball game. But meanwhile, let's turn it over to Miss Andrea Veloso for a report.
Antipolo Titans' mindset in this game is to just take it one step at a time, lalo na alam nilang hindi biro ang challenge na ibibigay ng Pampanga. And because of that, talagang pinaghandaan ito ng Antipolo. Kaya naman umabot na daw ng 9:30 PM ang kanilang ensayo kagabi para dito sa larong ito. Para naman kay Antipolo key player Mark Quintero, excited na kinakabahan siya ngayong araw. Naibahagi rin niya na 7 years old pa lang ay naglalaro na siya ng basketball at walang ibang nag-udyok sa kanya maglaro kundi sarili niya. Dahil ang katapat ng kanilang bahay ay isa lang namang basketball court. Balik sa inyo, Cho and Coach Noy.
Thank you very much, Andrea, for that very wonderful report. Of course, itong Antipolo, I think if we're gonna look at it on paper and on the stats, it's not really on their favor. But so far, they're alive in this ball game.
Yeah, that's right. You just have to keep in mind that it's still the first team to win 2 games. So despite of the seeding, despite of the win-loss record that you possessed in the eliminations, you still need the 2 wins. You might lose game 1, you might lose by 100, but that's still just 1 loss. That's gonna count as 1 loss. So, you know, just take it 1 game at a time. And for Mark Quintero, we're hoping that the nerves, you know, leaves his body already because his team really needs him here in game 1.
Quintero is struggling right now, but San Pascual has been a steady presence for his squad, as that is the 14th turnover for Pampanga. They actually have just 1 more than Antipolo.
And also going back to that report of Andre, I'm just wondering what percentage of players that we have here in the junior MPBL actually have a basketball court right in front of their house, or at the very least walking distance. I would be probably safe to assume mga 60 to 70%, because a lot of basketball success stories actually start with that, you know, the proximity to a basketball court.
Yeah, and I think, again, mga ano to batang village, batang probinsya na lumaki sa basically na court
Playing in street courts even.
Possession will stay with Pampanga after that will stay with Antipolo after that deflection. Bailon, sideline inbound to San Pascual. He attacks to the left corner. Another turnover right there.
So right now for Pampanga, the last thing they want to do is show some overconfidence, because this is a game Antipolo JY Titans squad. And right now they're just down by 4 points, having outscored Pampanga 11-4 here in the 3rd quarter.
This is the hands of Moral. He attacks. Great ball handling by him. It will get fouled. First foul for Antipolo. actually impressive considering they hit that foul limit during that first quarter.
And also, it's when you look at players like Kenji Moral, you can already see the skills is right there, and that's where the confidence comes from. So being able to handle double, triple teams while keeping that dribble alive.
Benohar against that very strong Nacion still manages to score too.
Benohar is now the leading scorer for Pampanga with 12.
Napa, that left corner, that won't go. They will recover. Tres Valles will settle for that mid-ranger. That won't go as well, but Nacion will get fouled on his third attempt for his team.
We like the aggressiveness being shown here by Nacion. That's his third rebound and another chance to put some points from the free throw line. Missed his first two.
And it's Nacion on the line. Will make that first one. They are shooting relatively a good percentage so far in this ball game. They were 63% before these free throws. However, he's 1 out of 2 in that one. Moral, nagmamadali. Gives it inside. And another turnover on the side of Pampanga. And credit Antipolo for adjusting their transition defense.
This will be a crucial juncture actually for Antipolo with Tres Valles sitting on the bench for some rest. So where will the offense come from? Let's see if Quintero will be up to the task here.
Pampanga manages to pick the pockets of Antipolo. Moral has the ball. Gives it inside. No good that time. However, they will score. Make that a 11-point lead. Actually, just a 7-point lead for them.
So Benohar now with 14 and 7.
Antipolo has it. Napa. Drop pass. Nacion bodies his way inside. That was a great find from Napa.
And a great way to create space there for Nacion going into the body of Season. No chance for Season to challenge that shot.
Galang. That was a bailout pass. Napa receives that hard pass. Almost slips out of it. Napa still has it. He's able to find his teammate, San Pascual. That is a bad shot from Quintero. Just 26 seconds remaining. And a foul again on the side of Antipolo. That is just their second foul.
They've been really better in taking care of not playing defense without fouling. In the first quarter, they got into a penalty early. And so far here in the third quarter, only 2 team fouls with only 25 seconds remaining in the quarter.
That is certainly an improvement considering they are first in personal fouls in the league. So, again, just playing disciplined defense for them as Moral will settle for that last shot. Guevara. Back to Moral. He attacks. Hop step. Moral in traffic, finishes for 2. 2 seconds remaining. Antipolo, Nacion, last second shot. Almost went in, but wouldn't have counted either way. And with that, the third frame will come to an end as Pampanga has a 7-point lead, 51-44. But we're not gonna end this just yet, as we have another surprise segment coming in your way. Our Jinky Skin face of the game. And congratulations for winning a prize coming from Jinky Skin, of course. And another segment, TMT Play, move of the game. This time on the side of Pampanga, Kenji Moral finishing in traffic, tough shot. Of course, that very tough dribble move, attacking the lane against 3 defenders. And just really a splendid move from the young man. And again, it's a 7-point lead for Pampanga, 51-44.
Mga kalika, I have here the assistant coach Melvin Wally of Antipolo Titans. So coach, ano pa ba ang gusto mong makita sa koponan mo this last quarters?
Siyempre, number one, yung defense, aggressiveness nila kasi ang kalaban, yung Pampanga Giants is ang lalaki. Kaya kailangan doon yung quickness. Yun lang. At siyempre, talagang ang key sa pagpapanalo is defense.
Thank you so much for that, coach. Meron ka bang gustong pasalamatan o batian?
Una, nagpapasalamat ako sa taas, sa Panginoong Diyos. Pangalawa, sa parents ko at binabati ko rin ang aking mga tropa na Team Saltik at Montalban team.
Thank you so much, coach, and good luck po for the game. Pero bago muna yan, mga kalika, pasalamat muna tayo sa TMT Play for being the sheer fun here in the Junior MPBL. Pwede ka na maglaro at manalo. Gamit lang ang inyong phone anytime, anywhere. But gaming is for 21 years old and above only. So keep it fun, mga kalika. Game responsibly. Join Coach Noy.
Thank you very much, Andrea, for that interview. And again, the coach of Antipolo said it himself. The problem is really that height disadvantage.
And that's why they have the word giant in their team name, the Pampanga Junior Giant Lanterns.
It's actually very ironic. Junior Giant Lanterns.
And they're going up against the Antipolo JY Titans, who are smaller than the Giant Lanterns.
A lot of ironies in our ball game today.
And of course, whenever we talk to the coaches here, be it in the interviews, in-game interviews, the off-the-record interviews, they're just gonna keep on repeating the importance of defense in this tournament. And it's not only a cliche that defense wins championships. It's been proven time and time again.
Yeah, cliche. It's a cliche for a reason indeed, as a timeout will be called right here by Antipolo. They are trailing by 7, just over 9 minutes remaining. (51-44), 7-point lead for Pampanga, just over 9 minutes remaining in this fourth and final frame. Kenji Moral has the ball being guarded by Bailon. He kicks it to the corner. Tulabot will attack. Almost lost it. Dizon, that was intended for a Benohar, but Pampanga seemed to have deflected it.
And unfortunately for Antipolo, teammates there fighting for the loose ball, San Pascual and Bailon, they lose the ball to the end line.
And a couple of substitutions, or a single substitution here for Pampanga. Guevara coming in as he's on that sideline inbound, baseline inbound rather. A Benohar, that won't go for him. Rebound by Tres Valles. Antipolo has the possession. Looks like they will take their time. San Pascual gives it to the corner. Back to San Pascual. To the left wing. He attacks. Back to the middle. So will settle for that mid-range jumper. That is short. Rebound by the towering Dizon.
Well, at this point, Antipolo needs to play pretty much an A-type fourth quarter to pull off a win. They've been able to hang around, but it's going to still take a superhuman effort for them to actually complete the comeback and try to wrest the lead against this Pampanga Junior Giant Lanterns.
And they have indeed improved in their performance so far, as that is Ail Guevara hitting that right corner triple. Antipolo has it. Just under 8 minutes remaining. Tresvalles inside to Nacion. No good for Nacion. Rebound by Benoar, and another contact being made in that painted area.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, that conversion from Guevara was the first conversion for Pampanga from the three-point area. Currently 1 out of 5, but they're not really that reliant on that three ball, and against, of course, a smaller team like Antipolo. It's really Antipolo who needs to hit those outside shots more.
And it's funny that you say they are not relying on that three-point percentage, but they are first in the league with 49%. They actually shot 6 out of 19 on their last matchup against Antipolo. Hindi rin maganda, but
yeah, but that's acceptable, especially during this era where we see teams normally even shoot like 20 attempts per game. But you see here, the game plan, I guess, for this game is to rely more on their inside points, only attempting 5 3-pointers so far itong Pampanga.
And Pampanga has the ball. They are leading by 10, but make that 12, a chance at 13, courtesy of Kenji Moral.
You could see there, that's really the reason why they don't have to shoot those outside shots that much. They've been very successful inside, scoring at a 58% rate inside.
And that pound for pound fitness power move, of course, the official fitness partner of the junior MPBL.
So just when the lead was down by just 7, 51-44, a three-pointer by Guevara, and now a completed three-point play for Kenji Moral has created a separation.
However, Bailon will answer back, proving to keep this Antipolo team alive. De Belen grabs the board. Pampanga gets it back, will recover after that attempt. Moral, I believe, has 19 points to his name so far.
Kenji Moral really showing the quality. That's 17 actually for Kenji Moral.
Guevara, contested three-pointer, that won't go. And put back by Dizon off the glass.
Effortless on the putback right there for Dizon, now with 4 points to go with 4 rebounds.
Backcourt violation by Antipolo. Again, it's not looking good for them. They are trailing by 12 right here. 6 minutes 35 remaining. Guevara on that sideline inbound. Moral.
So far, you're liking the composure that we're seeing from Pampanga. Antipolo has been trying to make a comeback multiple times, but they've been very relaxed. You feel like they're still very much in control. And you can see that on the scoreboard now, 59-47 advantage with 6:20 remaining.
And that is certainly one of the reasons they are undefeated during the eliminations. But again, another turnover being forced here by Antipolo.
So actually, Antipolo has been forcing some turnovers here for Pampanga. 18 for Pampanga, 19 for Antipolo.
That three-pointer from that right corner is good, courtesy of Patrick Tresvalles, keeping his team alive. We're back to a single-digit lead.
And just when we say that Pampanga is really having control of this ball game, a three-pointer from Tresvalles and a forced turnover still keeping Antipolo in this ball game.
And Antipolo have certainly leveled up their performance, being outscored in the first quarter, just having a deadlock in that second quarter, and being able to outscore your opponent in the third quarter. That is the definition of taking it step by step. De Belen, patience, and De Belen converts on that mid-ranger.
Surprise basket coming from De Belen. His first 2 points, averaging less than a point per ball game.
However, Guevara will answer back with his own two, make that a 9-point lead once more. San Pascual, a screen from De Belen.
Illegal screen.
Another turnover in the side of Antipolo.
No, half of the fault there was from San Pascual not waiting for that De Belen screen to get set. And De Belen right there actually forced to try and go after the defender of San Pascual.
And another 2 points converted from turnovers for Pampanga. Another two-digit lead for them under 5 minutes remaining. We have crossed our halfway mark of the fourth quarter.
Tres Valles being able to get a trip to the free throw line, currently with 23 points. Still looking for that second scorer to try and help Antipolo to pull off an upset here.
And I think the fatigue factor is also kicking in when it comes to these kinds of situations. That is why it's important to have that second or another option on your team.
Especially when your first option is a physical type of player who loves getting contact, and sooner or later that stamina will take a hit. But, you know, he's still gonna keep fighting itong si Patrick Tres Valles. They might be called for a technical here for having too many players on the court.
And so far, Tres Valles playing almost 31 minutes in this ball game. And his team is still alive, just a 10-point lead. Still ample amount of time to get back into this ball game. As on the baseline inbound, it'll be Guevara. Looking for his teammates, gives it to Moral. Height mismatch is very evident in that guard matchup. However, offensive foul on the side of Kenji. Make that 3 fouls on both sides, just 1 foul to give for both of them.
Well, just when they're actually given a chance to pad their lead further. Some key turnovers here for Pampanga.
Basket and a foul for Nacion. Has been providing that inside presence for his squad. And of course, this power move is brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL.
So yet another trip to the free throw line for Nacion, being rewarded for that aggressiveness and that pound for pound fitness basket there. And he completes it.
And with that, it's back to a single-digit lead. However, Dizon will have a sorry miss on the other side. Antipolo has the chance to make it a much smaller lead. Tres Valles to Quintero. Gets it back outside. Bailon inside to Nacion. High arcing of the glass floor is good for Nacion.
That's a difficult shot there for Nacion, but he cuts the lead down to just 5, and Antipolo is still very much in this ball game.
Just a 2-possession game as Moral will get called for another offensive foul. And with that, Antipolo will call for a timeout right here to set up their offense. 63-58, 5-point lead, only a 5-point lead for Pampanga. 63-58, just a 5-point lead for Pampanga under 4 minutes remaining. Things are just starting to get interesting.
Some crucial turnovers here for Moral. Already 7 total turnovers.
That is no good for Bailon Nacion, and that was Dizon fighting for the ball as possession will stay with Antipolo. Quintero on that baseline inbound will be the one to find his teammates. Tres Valles, quick fire, that won't go. A rebound by Pampanga. 3-on-1 situation, however, he will step on the brakes that time.
Better job getting back in transition for Antipolo that time.
And Nacion, great hustle, secures the possession. Bailon running to Tres Valles, completes that alley-oop play. Just a 3-point deficit for Pampanga. And Moral loses it once more. Tres Valles, the main noise maker, will continue to make noise for his squad.
And cuts the lead down to just a point. Quintero clutching on his eye right now, but he will play on.
Another call to stop the momentum. But good thing for Antipolo, they still have that one foul to give.
That will be 4 personal fouls on Bailon, who has been very instrumental with the defense, helping force turnovers.
And both teams have no more fouls to give.
Actually, Antipolo has made a living from the points of turnovers, already 26 against the 19 of Pampanga.
Guevara has the basketball. Escapes his defender, San Pascual. Guevara won't go. Both teams wrestling for the ball. Pampanga has the ball. However, Tres Valles escapes with it. Spin move. Will not finish in traffic. Great defense by Pampanga. Moral attacking. Moral swiped away by Bailon. Saves the ball. Guevara has it. Attacking. Guevara gets fouled by Nacion, and that will mean 2 free throws for Guevara.
Right now, if you're the Antipolo bench, you have to be very careful about getting warrant or being called for a technical for a bench decorum. You've made the journey all the way down to just a point, and you don't want to be called for a technical foul in this very crucial juncture.
Another look on that Nacion foul. Again, it's up to argument kung foul nga ba yun.
But the referees called it, so that argument is done.
Yeah, actually. As Guevara makes that first free throw, gives them a little bit of cushion.
Well, actually, that was a foul basically because Nacion was no longer vertical at the point of contact. And, you know, the slightest angle towards the defender, that's no longer a legitimate defensive position.
However, Guevara fails to give another bit of cushion for his team. Just a 2-point lead as we enter our last 2 minutes. What will Antipolo do? Tres Valles gives it inside Quintero. That is an ill-advised shot. 3 defenders on his face. Guevara attacking. Guevara not scoring. Antipolo has it back. And a foul called on Guevara. That will mean 2 free throws now on the side of Antipolo. However, itong si Coach Shin Arce, mapapapito ng timeout right here. Just 1 minute 38 remaining. 2-point lead, 1 possession game for Pampanga. 64-62, Pampanga up by 2 right here. Just 1 minute 38 remaining. Antipolo has their backs on the wall and possibly mounting a comeback in this ball game.
This will be pressure-packed free throws for San Pascual with an opportunity to tie the ball game at 64.
And pressure-packed is the perfect word for it. However, that first free throw will not be effective, that pressure. Just a 1-point lead, a chance to tie it. San Pascual has the weight of the world on his shoulders. 2 out of 2, ties the ball game up.
I was actually worried if they accidentally iced their own free throw shooter that time, but apparently that did help calm the nerves of San Pascual, and we are now tied at 64.
Moral has the ball, a screen. Attacks inside, Moral will not score. That was off the back of the rim. However, he will get it back. Moral, crazy shot, will get fouled. 2 free throws again for Pampanga.
Being rewarded with his aggressiveness that time, Moral will get a chance to get that lead back from the charity stripe.
And again, talking about the main man for his squad, Kenji Moral. First in points, first in rebounds, first in assists, first in steals, and first in minutes in his squad. Again, played all 10 games. Actually, there's 3 of them who played 10 games for their squad. Their top 3 scorers played the 10 games. As he makes that first free throw, gives them a little bit of cushion. 1 minute, 19 seconds remaining. Moral short on that one as Antipolo secures the possession. Nacion gives it to Bailon. And that is such an ill-advised foul coming from Guevara.
Well, that's really the way they've been playing all game long. Just that defensive intensity at a high, but in the end game you're gonna have to play a little careful, especially with this game this close and both teams already in the penalty.
And Nacion will tie this ball game up and a chance to give them the lead after a long while. Nacion has the pressure this time. Nacion makes the second one, giving them the lead.
And this is the guy who airballed his first free throw in this ball game, hitting 2 big charities for Antipolo.
Moral has the ball. What will he do? Kenji Moral attacks, but won't score. Will get it back, kicks it out. Guevara has it. Attacking, back to Moral. They will settle. And he will score, giving them the lead once more.
Moral just taking this Pampanga offense over right now.
Tres Valles, no good on that rushed shot. Moral has it, aware of the time. Gives it inside to Dizon. No good from Dizon. Both teams wrestling for the basketball. But it will go with Antipolo.
It's going to be 2 shots again. I think it's Bailon now being put into the pressure cooker. Right now for Antipolo, they don't even have to worry about making field goals because their last few points have gone from the free throw line.
And Bailon is now on the line. Again, another chance to give them the lead. They have been shooting the past 6 free throws very well. We have a tied ball game. 35 seconds remaining, a chance to make this or give them a 1-point cushion. And he does. Just spectacular free throw shooting from the Antipolo squad. As Pampanga will have a timeout right here. They are trailing by 1, 35 seconds remaining. 68-67, a 1-point cushion by Antipolo as they have a possible comeback on their hands. 35 seconds remaining. Guevara on that sideline inbound. What will they do?
You know this ball is going to Kenji Moral.
Guevara on that bailout pass receives it. Ayel. Quick fire three. Bang! That is big from Ayel Guevara. And with that, a timeout will be called here by the Antipolo JY Titans. 2-point lead for Pampanga. 26.9 seconds remaining. What a crazy shot. Coach, what can you say?
Not the best of shots. It could be borderline ill-advised, but you love the confidence there coming from Ayel Guevara. That's point number 9 for him. He did hit a three-pointer earlier, but you love the confidence there, pretty much waving off Kenji Moral. But the confidence shining through there, but they still need to make a stop here.
Let's take a quick look at that. Guevara, random, unexpected, pops out a three. And again, that is the reason why Pampanga is #1 in three-point percentage. It's because a lot of players is more than capable for them to hit that three-pointer.
And very well contested at that by Nacion. And that's only the second make from the three-point area for Pampanga, 2 out of 7. They're not really reliant on that three-pointer, as he said, in this ball game. But you know, they have that ability to hit that shot. And now on the other end, you know, this ball is going to Patrick Tresvalles.
Tresvalles on that sideline inbound. Gives it to Quintero, back to Tresvalles. Ties the ball game up. With just 24 seconds remaining. And coach, naamoy overtime.
Well, there's still 24 seconds for Pampanga to try and get a basket for the game winner, and they're probably gonna use all 24 seconds. So I'm not expecting them to advance the basketball. So they have the full 24 seconds to work with as we're having a convergence of people all around us here, Cho.
Yeah, and coach, you really have that curse of covering overtime games. And Tresvalles make that 30 points for him, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that is 30 points for him. Has 7 rebounds. And has been the main noise maker for his squad.
Well, you know, the ball is gonna go down to Kenji Moral here. Although the last time around it was Ayel Guevara waving off Moral. But you know, the high percentage play is to put the ball in the hands of Kenji Moral and hopefully get to set up his teammates if the lane is not available for him.
But the shot from Ayel Guevara just proves that Pampanga has a lot of options. So if you're Antipolo, you really don't want to sag off, even though it's not Kenji Moral holding the basketball.
But right now for Pampanga, you want to take the absolute last shot, not give Antipolo a chance.
9 seconds remaining. Kenji Moral drops his defender. Moral kicks it out. Guevara right or left corner three. Makes that one, giving them a 3-point lead.
I don't think Antipolo has any timeouts left.
That is big. And Bailon seems to have hurt his right knee. But let's take another look. Kenji Moral attracts the defense, sends it to the left corner. And Gael Guevara that time delivering for his squad. Previously it was Ayel Guevara.
So that was actually a good read there for Kenji Moral, knowing that they were up against just 4 defenders in Antipolo. And that time, Guevara wide open from the corner for that go-ahead 3.
Just a crazy sequence for Pampanga. Again, they are number one in three-point percentage. Just 2 seconds remaining, and that is it for our game one of this North Division quarterfinals matchup between Pampanga Junior Giant Lanterns and the Antipolo JY Titans. Final score is 73-70, a 3-point win. Close win for Pampanga. Another look on that game-defining sequence. Moral drops his defender Bailon. As we can see, a sturdy screen from Dizon. He continues to attack the lane. Finds Gael Guevara on that left corner. And Gael Guevara, hindi naman pinahiya itong si Kenji Moral delivering.
That's exactly why you put the ball in the hands of a Kenji Moral. You know he's gonna make the right decision right there. And being able to draw the defender, spotting a wide open Gael Guevara for the go-ahead basket.
And Kenji Moral, of course, a willing passer, first in assists. So you can really expect him to make that passes for once in a while. As our TMT play move of the game is no other than that game-winning bucket from Gael Guevara, that left corner triple, ice cold, all the way from Pampanga. Delivering the goods, delivering the sisig. And it's our CSR, Miss Andrea Veloso, delivering the player of the game.
Our TMT play best player of the game, Kenji Moral from the 16-under Pampanga Giant Lanterns, finishing with 19 points, 7 rebounds, 6 steals, and 5 steals. Congratulations again, Kenji Moral, and to the team. Ano ba yung tumatakbo sa isip nyo during that very intense last quarter?
Siguro po yung hindi po less turnover po, and yung mga tinuturo po ni Coach George, yung mga coach namin po, yun lang po.
Congratulations again. Meron ka bang gustong pasalamatan o batian, Kenji?
Una-una po, nagpapasalamat po kay Lord na binigay niya ulit yung win na to. And sana po sa susunod namin game, gawin niya pa ulit kami. And shoutout po sa family ko na nanonood dyan. And happy birthday po sa tito ko, kay Kirby Moral po.
Thank you so much. Again, our TMT play best player of the game, Kenji Moral from the 16-under Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Balik sa inyo, Cho and Coach Noy.
Thank you very much, Andrea, for that interview. Again, that is Kenji Moral leading in points, rebounds, assists, and steals, and minutes. And the squad actually covered the first ever game nitong Pampanga in the junior MPBL, and now covering them once again in their first ever game in the playoffs naman. So, again, just an honor for me, and just really happy to be able to witness really great basketball. But again, 73-70, a 3-point W for Pampanga in this game number one of the 16-under North Division quarterfinals. This is once again the junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.